Hi, this is Mary from Teacher's Pet Dog Training. I'd like to spend a few moments with you talking to you about a really important concept when you're working with your puppy. That concept is called socialization. Socialization is where we introduce the puppy to lots of different things so that he or she doesn't become fearful of those things. So for example, we want to take the puppy to many places. We want to introduce the puppy to many different people. We want to introduce the puppy to lots of different surfaces. Because what can happen is if a puppy is not introduced to those things, later on down the line, they can become afraid of those things. And when we start having situations where dogs will become fearful of things, now we have to start to look at what we call desensitization, or counter-conditioning something that they've already become afraid of. So for example, we use a term called BAT, and BAT is behavior adjustment training. And the concept behind this is we allow the dog to see something from a distance far enough away that it doesn't become reactive to it. And then we reward the dog with a piece of food, and we help the dog make a choice to turn and move away from that thing. Slowly but surely, as we get closer to that thing, the dog is learning it has a choice. Instead of barking, lunging, growling, becoming fearful, the dog can turn and move away from it, and now emotionally we've made a connection that feels good in the presence of seeing that thing, that person, whatever it might be. So over the course of time, the dog now starts to emotionally make the connection to seeing that thing makes him feel good.
Oh my gosh.
So we have two basic reinforcers. We have what we call the primary reinforcer. The primary reinforcer would be moving away from the thing that makes it afraid. But the dog's getting to make the choice to create distance. And then the secondary reinforcer could be a piece of food, a piece of chicken, a piece of lamb, something that the dog finds really yummy. Pairing those things together over the course of many pairings will then help the dog have a new association to the thing that originally made it fearful. This is really critical because if something goes wrong and a dog becomes fearful of something, it doesn't mean that the dog will be afraid of it forever. It simply means we have to back up the train, set up the scenario so that the dog can associate seeing it without completely becoming uncomfortable, and then help build its confidence levels up a little at a time. But again, I want to re-emphasize distance is the key and taking your time. If you try to make the dog go to the item too soon, or the item comes to the dog too soon, you can actually intensify the feelings of anxiety or fear, those types of things. So what we do is we take our time, we allow distance to become the primary reinforcer for the dog, and then we're helping the dog make choices to move away from it. We make a big deal about it, mark and reward with a piece of food, and then we can set up a scenario again. Hope these tips help. Have a beautiful day. Get out there with your pet, your treats, and they'll love you for it.